For retailers, creating an engaging and immersive experience for the customer is of the utmost importance when it comes to selling product. But for some industries, this experience can be limited and inhibited due to certain factors, particularly in the firearms industry.
It's changed a lot since the old days. 30 years ago, you used to be able to buy a shotgun or buy a pistol or a rifle at the gas station. Nowadays, the bigger retail stores gobbled up all the little guys because of all of the different guidelines that you have to worry about when you're selling firearms. There's theft, there's people coming in and handling things, the damage that occurs when people come in and handle things. It's just a whole different environment that we used to have years ago.
Using the traditional retail sales model to sell firearms creates a series of risks for all those involved. Businesses must adopt better solutions for enhancing the merchandising and displaying of their products so that all parties can have an immersive and satisfactory experience.
One of the biggest issues with the retailers is firearms being mishandled and the possibilities of damage, possibilities of a liability. If somebody picks something up and does something they're not supposed to do with that firearm in their facility. As a retailer, just to be able to keep that weapon secure until there's an associate there to help them with it is very important.
There's many reasons why a firearm dealer has to have physical inventory control and security measures in place. There's many different customers walking in at any given time. We sometimes don't know who that customer is. Many times it's a regular customer, many times it's just someone off the street, and we have to be very careful at who we present these firearms to. We want to make sure the firearm is secure so they don't just run out with it, which happens all the time. Firearm dealers have to be careful who they're presenting firearms to for show and purchase.
Some issues that commonly come up with the retailers that we work with is that they'll have a lot of inventory, and how do they best organize that inventory? You have to have records of where all your firearms are at all times. You have to know where those guns go. But you also have common issues with customers interacting with your firearms. You have mishandling. You also have racking systems. A lot of FFLs are very do-it-yourself. So they build a rack because they have a need, and then that rack might not be set to the appropriate lean, so firearms want to hop out of that rack. When those things happen, you start dinging and denting the guns. When you talk to firearm safety, there's a requirement, so we're going to solve the requirement in the fastest, cheapest solution possible so we can check the box and we can be safe and we can meet that need. When you do that, you don't necessarily take into consideration what that's doing to the firearm as well. You're actually inflicting damage on your own product because you're putting it away in a safe every night, so your employees themselves are handling them, as well as putting cable systems through. Different items like that can damage and mar the firearms.
Firearm safety should encompass the entire purchasing and ownership experience, which is why Quality Wood Designs provides the next evolution in firearm displays with the Gun Warden. The Gun Warden provides the most secure way to display a firearm today, while also simultaneously offering an engaging experience that allows the customer to touch and feel the firearm in a safe and secure environment.
Being in the store fixture business all our lives, we've had the opportunity of creating innovative solutions for retailers all over the United States. And we've always focused on the experience that the purchaser has when they go into the store. The Gun Warden is a gun locking system that we developed for a customer. So we came back and sat down with our designers, and we came up with a design that would hold the amount of guns that they needed to keep secure.
The thing I like most about the Gun Warden is that it's ease of access. There's many different ways to get into the Gun Warden. It's easy to get guns in back. The locking mechanisms are very handy to anybody who needs to use that. One of my favorite benefits, though, is the fact that you can leave if you need to and know that although guns and firearms are in a secure place, the locking mechanisms work great. They're not going to fall out. Nobody can come back there and get them. So that's probably one of my favorite benefits of it.
The Gun Warden system is very unique in the way that we worked in merchandising as a part of the main solution. The customer catalyst was let's lock up and keep our guns safe, but the merchandising aspect is how do we display these in a way that really interacts with how the consumer wants to buy and the retailer wants to sell. Gun shops are getting smaller because retail space is getting more expensive. So our system allows you to get a lot of product in a very small amount of space. So you're really increasing your dollars per square foot. And then we're allowing you to sell other product. You can put other product in that space that was normally given to your firearms.
Our profit margins come from accessories, not necessarily from firearms sales themselves. So by being able to utilize less space for the same number of firearms, I'm able to utilize more floor space for more accessories for more profit. So I chose the Gun Warden for multiple reasons. One is the look. Yeah, it's securing my firearms, but it doesn't look hardened, even though it is. And that's really important. I want customers to come in and feel secure and feel safe. Customers that have come in, they really like it. They like being shoulder to shoulder with the employees and not have that barrier. So it's a more comfortable, more inclusive environment than it used to be.
One of the great features of the Gun Warden is the sheer quantity of firearms that you can put in there. A lot of spaces are struggling for that amount that you need. With the Gun Warden, you can actually put many firearms all in the same thing. You can get your long guns on the bottom, rifles on the top. You can maximize your space without having to get rid of other space because of the sheer volume of firearms that you can place within the Gun Warden. The Gun Warden is great in a customer safety environment. We can interact great with the customers. The safety aspect, they understand because they know that the firearms are not loaded and they've been in a nice, secure location. So both the customer and the salesperson can feel very comfortable handling any firearm that comes in and out of the Gun Warden.
Aside from the many procedural processes the firearms deal has put in place, they want to secure the firearms with, first of all, trigger locks, so accidents don't occur, but then other physical security. And the Gun Warden products offer all of those different avenues for display and or sales practices. Bigger retailers, if you look around, are using their products. They're discreet, they're professional, they're secure, and they're proven. So it's already tested product. It's not something you have to wonder about. It is very cost effective for securing your firearms during the day, overnight, and at any time when they're unattended.
When you're in the store and you're considering that purchase, it needs to be a comfortable environment for the customer as well as the business itself and the individuals working there. This display is able to do that.
I had faith in Michael. I said, Mike, we're going to go into business together and we're going to manufacture something. What you see now, I had no idea that this would come about.
The fact that Quality Wood Designs and the Gun Warden system is able to give a safer and more secure buying experience for the customer and the owners of the retail stores is something that we feel really good about.